welcome to round 2 of the Asian Endurance Series, Season 4 Lite Series. My name is Zachary Moselle, and with me in the studio is Brian. How are you, Brian?
Hey, Zach. I'm good.
Hey, good job, man. Good job. Thank you for helping me. I got a bad throat and all that. But anyway, last Friday, we revealed, right? I swear I could hear a pin drop. Usually what we get the response is, no, yeah, well, and when we revealed it, and everyone like,
I don't know. I mean, that track isn't always it's not as well liked as many people like it. Later when we get to see the onboard lap, people might understand why.
Yeah.
But it's nonetheless a very, very nice and scenic track. Let me put it that way. But of course with the pin drop,
I don't know. Some people unfrazzled, some were stunned in silence. I'm not too sure.
yeah.
When you always say it's a beautiful panoramic view and whatnot, I don't think it's much for the drivers at that kind of speed that they're driving. Right? If I was looking, hey, look, what's that? Then I'll be kissing the wall. Seriously.
Yeah, that's not wrong. That's actually not wrong. Yeah, you don't want to be looking elsewhere when you're driving.
Nah, not at that kind, But of course, anyway, what a first round, we were just looking at some of the guys, and what's new, but actually, there's a lot of drama involved. I think the guys were quite excited, getting the feedback from their Facebook and whatnot. I think they kind of enjoyed the race. We certainly enjoyed ourselves. It got us all gripped at the seat of our pants and whatnot,
Yep.
But it's all quite really exciting. But I'm glad they enjoyed it. But this time round it won't be any different, as we know that we are going to visit Bathurst, also known as Mount Panorama circuit now. Mount Panorama or panoramic view, but not for the drivers, of course. If they are, then in real life, everyone standing around there looking will be a liability now, would they?
But you know that on the track itself, right?
Yeah.
There is actually a house that is very near the track. So if anybody crashes at that area, parts actually that flies into the house. There is a house at the end of at one of the streets. We will see later.
So you reckon that maybe the shop will have a side store at the side of their house, and selling parts from the race or something like that.
Maybe memorabilia.
Here's this piece that hit the hand missed me in a few inches, something like that. But anyway.
Yep, maybe. No, we'll see.
All right, we'll see. All right. Enough of nonsense. Okay, here we go. Here's a quick recap of the results for both Class B and C in round 1 of the AES Lite Series. All right, we have Muhammad Zikir in first position, followed by Joey Gutierrez, by Haris Shami bin Muntasir, Andreas Wolnath, Bernie Ronquillo, Paul Ryan Lopez, Anthony Manos, Muhammad Bismarver, Budiman, and Voltes Seiko. So, you look at them, the top 3 are all tied up at 23 points. Quite interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. If you look at it, even not just the top 3, the 4th and 5th are also tied for points. The 5th and 6th are also tied for points. Sorry, the 6th and 7th are also tied for points. So, I mean, of course, because we have 2 races in the Lite Series,
Yep.
that explains why, you get to see guys with the same number of points. But that's round 1. So now we're in round 2. I hope we won't see the same number of points again. Yeah, it's I mean.
It's interesting, but like rightfully said, it was round 1. I mean, things might change after today, so how it is. But I think it's a good start for most of them. We'll need to see exactly how they're going to improve on their points.
Yep.
These guys are really, really motivated. Spoke to a few of them, and I think they are really excited for this new season. And like they say, let's let their racing do the talking.
Yeah. I mean, as we are, we are really, really excited to look at season 4. And having the Lite Series, it's an addition to what we already have. And of course, with Class B and C, it really helps with the drivers to know where they are, what they're doing, and where they want to be.
Yep, certainly. I mean, this is an opportunity for everyone. I mean, it's interesting to see how the seasons has been evolving, and I think everyone really enjoying themselves. But hopefully, we'll see some of them finally progress to Class A, the main event, which is also exciting. Which we will bring it to you live later on. All right, let's continue. What else we have on our list there? We have Class C. We have in first position Freddie Teo Kianan, followed by Alvin Chung and Brendan Fernando. So look at the points there, 26, 26, 24 is like, no, if they compete amongst themselves, I mean, I tell you what, this week you take the first, and I'll be first runner up, something like that. But I think these guys are really motivated as well. I've spoken to one of them, and I think he was laughing his way. He said, yeah, it's quite funny, right? There's only like 3 in Class C, but thank goodness now together with Class B, they get to pit their skills with each and every one of them. So actually that makes for great racing and also a bit of drama and whatnot.
In fact, we saw in last race that a couple of the Class C guys were actually challenging the Class B guys, in certain corners, in certain areas, because I mean, every track has its quirks, and some people when they get it, they get it. If you don't, you just don't. You can be in Class B, you can be much faster generally overall, but that doesn't mean that the Class C guys can't compete. So that's why putting them together is sort of like a good thing.
Yep.
But of course they're in individual classes, so yeah.
Well, there's 2 ways to it. I mean, either you can look at it, you feel demoralized, but sometimes if you look at the plus point is that you get an opportunity to compare yourself with the more experienced guy.
Yeah.
So whatever the best way is, I think that is the way to go.
Yep.
If you want to improve in your race, how you got fieldcraft strategy, racecraft. Sorry,
Racecraft.
thank you for correcting. All right.
Racecraft.
Okay, let's take a look at the list of participants for today's race. Just remember that we have Class B here, Muhammad Bismaver Budiman, Andreas Wolf, Muhammad Zikir, Lo Wee Kit. I think he's new, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Then Haris Shami bin Muntasir, Bernie Ronquillo, Anthony Munoz, Freddie Teo, Joey Guatires, and Volte Seiko. So it's quite exciting to see this list. We have people from Australia, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia, United Kingdom, and Indonesia. Wow, this is really looking like an international.
I mean, of course. I mean, that's the point, right? We wanted an international grid, and it's an international competition. So it's always nice to see everybody from everywhere coming to race here.
Yes, it's lovely because the whole intention is to get everyone to be confident and come join us. Enjoy racing as much as we are actually enjoying presenting it to you as well. At least there's one more platform for you to get yourself acquainted with, and also to improve on your skills. That's more important you want to know. All right, we know this is Class C. We have Alvin Chung, Brandon Fernando, Wilson Woon. All right, C. All right. Okay, let's take a look at the track right now. Okay, it's no longer a secret. We are looking at Mount Panorama Circuit, also known as Bathurst. As you can see right here, you got 23 corners. We start off with Hell Corner with a left-hand turn down the mountain straight as you approach the quarry. Then down towards the western side, down the cutting. 3 and 4 apparently is a good place to overtake, but also quite dangerous because of the side of wall. I heard that it's really, really tight. I don't know how safe that would be. Now, of course, you got turns 5 and 6. That's Griffin's Mount down that little straight of Reed Park, Frog Hollow, and Salmon Park. There's turns 7, 8, and 9. And of course, you got this McPhillamy Park. And then this is where the exciting bit comes in as you hit Skyline. It's a bit of a zigzag. They call it the S's from 11 to 17. Then you go down the Big Dipper. I've seen how they race is like a slope down. And this portion is where we come to the slowest point of the track, where it's got Forest Elbow. There are a lot of opportunities to overtake. But that's where this is the exciting bit. You come down Conrad Straight. I've seen some of them. They're literally flying down the stretch. I swear, if they had ailerons or wings or something like that, they'll be flying. then, of course, they have to make their all-important a slight break as they enter into turns 20, 21, and 22. Then, of course, down to Murray's corner and a left-hand turn to the finish line.
Yep. So I just want to say, at turn 21, you will probably see the house on the right-hand side.
You've been there? No, I was joking.
No, seen it a lot.
I don't have that people seeing that it's incoming and something goes flying across the window there. It's okay. I just have a cup of tea and see things running. But yeah, that's the track. Now, I've seen the track. Though that first turn after Hell's Corner, as you go up that stretch, is way up, and apparently they really have got a lot of traction down the stretch. It's on the moment when they go up to the peak and start making their way down. It's crazy. Down the S's after the skyline is nuts. I've seen it. It's so scary that I've seen some incidents like cars grazing the side and whatnot. To me, it felt like a pinball machine game at what.
That's not a bad reference, actually. Come to think of it, that's actually not a bad reference.
Yeah, I salute these guys. They're racing and women as well. I've heard of them trying the circuit itself. It's not easy. Let me tell you. All right, first things first. And of course, this entire track is like 6.213 kilometers in length. Can you imagine that? It's crazy. So basically, the track has unusual design by modern standards, is what they say, with a 174-meter vertical difference between its highest point and lowest point.
It's amazing.
Imagine like going 174, like woohoo! And of course, the grades are as steep as 1:6.13. For those people who are math inclined, you might mostly understand what we're saying, but neither do I. Anyway. Okay, so from start to finish, okay, the track can be viewed in 3 sections. So there's a short pit straight, and then a tight left-hand turn into the long, steep mountain straight, like mountain climbing, but racing style. And of course, there's the tight and narrow section cross on the top of the mountain itself. And then you have this long downhill section called Conrad Straight. I've seen it. I told you, right, the flying bit, and with the very fast chase and the turn back onto the pit. I don't know whether there's some little space for you to, in case you turn a bit too late and your car just decide not to follow where you want to go. You go. Ee! Okay. Anyway, I'm not gonna scare anyone. All right, let's have a quick look on the onboard lap video, and then you understand what I'm talking about.
Yep. So this is the final corner of the track.
Mm-hmm.
As we go down
Murphy's corner, right?
Yep.
Let's say down
the main straight. It's a very short main straight,
Mm-hmm.
like we said. So this is gonna be a very short run before the guys have to break into Hell Corner. And once you go into so this is Hell Corner.
Yep.
Once you pass Hell Corner, you go. This mountain straight is not really a straight. Okay, I'm not gonna say. Let me change that. It's a mountain. It's a straight, yes, but it's going up and down. There's elevations. There's it's deeping. You know, you see, it's going up, down, and then from here on, it's just going all the way up from Griffin's Bend onwards.
This turning is important. They start to pick up the speed right down to the next lower gear, and you go all the way up here, just to come up that corner. All right, the cutting, this is where it's very important. You got to keep very close without just touching the side of the wall on the left here right now. Oh, this is this close, yep. And then from this bit, they're going down to Griffith Bend. Okay, as you go on, Griffith Bend is the exciting bit where you go down to turns 7, 8, and 9. It's amazing, look at that. Oh my goodness, the speed. Hi, wave to everyone here and there.
Yep.
Scenic view.
It's a very scenic view. Okay, so once we come past this corner, you will actually see why is it called the skyline? Because if you look across, look at it.
Yeah, it is beautiful, right? Yeah,
it's really beautiful. So
it's after this view that it goes a bit crazy.
Yeah, so this is the roller coaster bit.
The S's, yeah.
Yep, the S's.
No, the turns and the.
So this is the very close tight corner. Look at this. Yeah, so that's really very tight.
Oh my goodness.
A little mistake here and there, and you're in the wall, and that's it. So it's really a challenge for a lot of drivers as we're coming down this. I like to call this the Bentley corner. They plaster the they plaster the walls with Bentley.
Right, in the dipper, right in car after bustling forest a bit, and this is the straight, Conrad Straight. This is where the car starts to fly. A lot of cases where cars like braking and they lose control.
So if there are wings here, they will have flew. I'm just kidding. Yep. So now we're coming down to the chase.
That's right. This is an important turn here. And then we brake to a left-hand turn with the turn 20. Oh, look at that. Then we straighten out here, and this is the last ditch for Murphy's Corner. Liquid moly, more like holy moly.
It's if you don't do it right, it could be a Code Brown moment.
Yeah, I know. But this is really interesting. You saw it. We weren't lying to you, right? When you look at the circuit from the pan view, everything looks quite safe. But when you're actually riding down this whole entire circuit, you can see that there's a lot involved. So I would reckon the drivers will be the most focused moment, especially when they're driving. So anyway, before we carry on, we are going to go for a short break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Air, fuel, spark, the trinity of power. You need all three to bring your engine to life. Kenny and Norm knew that, which is why for over 50 years, the company that bears their name has been re-engineering what filtration can do. Engineered to protect against dirt and scientifically proven to provide up to 50% more airflow. K&N, 50 years of performance and innovation.
If you just joined us, welcome to the Asian Endurance Series Season 4 Lite Series. My name is Zachary and with me is Brian. All right, we are ready for action. Well, not actually, we have to practice first, right? You're kanchong lah. Nobody wants to race, but I know you don't.
Yeah, I can't wait for them to see them on track actually.
Yeah, I know it'd be quite exciting. But anyway, Brian, question: have you personally tried this circuit before? Don't lie now.
Yes.
I can see on your face. I can read your mood.
Yes,
I will.
Yes,
I would
have,
say
yes, I have.
no, I didn't try, but I've watched lots of videos of it.
Yes, I have.
You have.
I generally don't hate me, people who are watching this.
We love you. We love you.
I generally don't, and I don't really enjoy the track a lot.
Why?
I'm not competitive on the track, because I can't seem to get the rhythm.
You mean there's a rhythm?
There is. I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
you going up the hills, coming down the hills, you really have to get into that momentum,
Like
that
a
flow.
No, I say siam. That's
Maybe,
skyline.
maybe.
Oh, get away.
But it really, you really have to get yourself into that rhythm and momentum to be driving this track properly. And for me, I haven't really done much racing on this track as well. I've driven it once or twice here and there, and that's about it.
Yeah, but I recall speaking to one or two drivers, and they say that every time they go into a race, not like they're in a trance or something like that, but they kind of like get some kind of rhythm going. So it's like a little poetry recitation in their head as they run through it, because everything's all trying. But well, a quick look right now, we can see one of the cars is going through at their pace. And I mean, at the kind of speed that they're going, you're right. You definitely have to be in some kind of a rhythm, a pattern in your sense, because at the speed you're going, you can't afford to lose focus, because like you say, you lose focus. There's a wall to contend with, and that's not where you want.
I mean, just look at this exterior. Let's keep with this TV view here. You can look how close you have to go to the walls, and you just lose focus for that one split second. You're touching the wall. Look, there you go.
Oh, there you go.
You get what I mean? So you really have to be very, very focused when you're doing this track. It's really just, it's just really getting yourself into the flow, getting yourself into the rhythm, and then not making sure that you don't go too near the walls, but you have to try and get as close as possible, but not touching it lah. So.
That's the point where I had to wrap my head around it. Is that you naturally don't want to drive too close to the wall.
Yep.
Because at that kind of speed, it's just a slight nudge and you're gonna kiss the wall and all hell will break loose. But that is the best way to actually attack the track, because the closer to the wall means you kind of get a very good racing line most of the time. So it's like a gamble between should I not, but deep down inside, as a racer, you want to get as close as possible. As a human being, you don't want to get to the closest wall as possible. But I think that's where the skill comes in, and I think that's where all the guys are hoping to channel their energy in. But as you said, we saw what Budiman did when he had his Mercedes slamming against the wall. That's how dangerous it is. I mean, can you imagine that was the real life? That was it out. So it's not easy.
Yeah, it's really tough. That's the thing for me. Once you get into that whole flow and that rhythm, you do get a good sensing of what you need to do in the track. But the amount of time you need to warm up, the amount of time you need to get yourself focused, you really have to be in that mental mode, into that just I'm focusing on this, cut everything out, and it's just go. keep going and keep going.
Well, that is what all the professional drivers actually do. That mandatory walk around the track is for them to actually like assess the ground, because you can only know that much unless you walk the ground and really see what's in your picture.
Yeah.
So that way, and they build a mental picture so that they're able to really get the best out of their car through understanding the circuit itself. So I suppose most of the guys have done it. I mean, have you gone through the practices? They've done it, but for us, we don't have the luxury of actually like walking the track, and the best way to do is to actually go through it. I was advised once, of course, me being so eager beaver, and everybody knows that I just started sim racing, so I'm trying my best to try and get into that competitive mode, but I'm still stuck at the school stage, as I'll gradually understand more. But these guys are different levels altogether, and the best way I was mentioning is to actually drive through the circuit at a very slow pace, so as you can appreciate where the corners are, where the danger points, and what to look out for. But of course, no, we don't have that luxury of time. But for these guys, they are going all out, and they've been practicing since when the server was open. And I don't know who else is or has done it, but I think that all that important practice makes a lot of difference when you actually done that I would say that's circuit appreciation.
Yeah, I mean, they actually cycle on the circuits. They do a lot of things with the circuits. They come out to walk. Like you said, they walk and everything. So, these are things that they do to try and get themselves acquainted with the track. And it's important for all the drivers, because knowing the track is important, so that you don't have to second guess yourself. When you're driving the track. But yeah.
All right, you just joined us. This is the Asian Endurance Series. All right, Lite Series. We're currently in the free practice, and we have Bernie Ronquillo, who's currently trying out his car on this track. It's going down that stretch. This is the I'm not mistaken, this is Conrad Straight. This is the danger bit.
This danger bit.
I don't know.
Let me not get you into a song. I was going to tempt you.
Me too.
Yeah, there you go. That was
go.
Yep, there it is.
I feel the need for speed. But anyway, not here, of course. But yeah, I mean, look at.
That was a good one. That's a good one.
Brian, is that you? No, just joking. I was so rude of me. Sorry. All right.
What? Excuse you.
Excuse me. It's okay. All right. Oh wow. Oh wow. I like it. They put a voice to it. But anyway. Yep. And so this is Alvin Chung. Alvin Chung in his BMW. I was just speaking to him not too long ago, and he's saying, "Let's go for it, man!" He's so eager. I like his enthusiasm. There you have Alvin Chung, fresh from his victory. No, just joking.
I mean, he's been. It seems like he's racing a lot as well.
Yeah.
So he's been putting himself through the paces, trying to get himself acquainted with cars, bikes, rallies, and everything. So, it's always good to get yourself. Can I say everywhere?
I would suppose, but frankly, look, he did mention that when you're in the mood, right, you just want to do, and I totally understand. When you're doing something even like learning the guitar, when you're at it, you don't stop, because the moment you stop, right, it takes you a bit of more effort to just start all over again. Yeah. But here we have Alvin Chung on fire, being chased by Brandon Fernando. Yes, Brandon Fernando. This is he's driving a McLaren. There we have. No, he just like turn here, trying to negotiate a nice racing turn.
So this is the nice helmet view that you get in this platform.
Yes, he's turning to Murray's corner. That's where if you just wish it's the last lap, then it's the checkered flag. The liquid moly, holy moly.
Yeah. But I mean, looking at this, if they're going to be doing hot laps, I think it's very smart of Brendan to do that. He's just getting slipstream from Alvin, down the straights, getting that toe that he needs to just go that little bit faster on the straights. But of course, if it's too close, going up the hills and going up the mountain, I was hills, man. Yeah, going up and down the mountain, it's gonna be a task because if Alvin just slows him down that little bit more, unfortunately he will be slowed down. That lap would be sort of wasted.
Yep, and here we have Budiman in his pink Mercedes, bright pink. Am I wrong to say that you like pink?
Damn, you exposed me. No, seriously, come on, man.
Yeah, maybe I'll wear a pink shirt to appease you. Anyway.
Yeah, you could.
I might look. I haven't tried it, but I might look good in pink.
You might look good in pink.
Tickled pink anyway. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And this is this is Muhammad Bismat Budiman. Brian, you crack me up. Anyway, Tadulako. Yes, I think he's also one of the team members who apparently they have difficulty getting Wi-Fi, I heard, in terms of some areas that they've been. But I think kudos to them for trying to get themselves involved in all the different types of races, because they say that they want to improve the quality and the kind of athletes that they're going to get. So it's quite interesting. We'll share on the story one of these days about how a lot of the young people are coming together, and they just needed an avenue to not say vent, but something for them to do. And I think these guys are thinking, why not sim racing? I think that's a really good way to look at it as well. So yes, for you, don't just join us. Welcome to the Asian Endurance Series, Lite Series. My name's Zachary, and this is Brian. And we're just talking about...
I think it's me, man. It's just me. Every time Lite Series, I'm here, and every time Lite Series got problem.
No, we're back. Let us know we were live.
You need me to do it?
Okay. All right. If you just joined us, welcome to the Asian Endurance Series, Lite Series, Season 4. My name is Zachary, and with me is Brian. We're currently watching the free practicing. Just about 3 minutes left to go. We have Wilson, Teo, Budiman, Fernando, Chung, Gutierrez, Ronquillo, and Manus trying out the track right now. The track we're talking about is none other than Mount Panorama Circuit, also affectionately known as Bathurst. Right, we have here Wilson just trying out, and he's just pitting right now. For those of you, weather is fine, the minimum 10 degrees, maximum 30. Track temperature is 26 degrees Celsius. Always says no crosswinds or anything like that. So it's a perfect day for racing. All the guys are ready. Weather is holding up so far, looking good. And I think lots of excitement ready to go. I'm really eager. I've seen some of the practice laps. Some not too bad. Some just need a bit of warm-up. But I think we are ready anyway. So we have Bernie just left the pit. And just trying to chalk up as much time as he can. There's 2 minutes left. All right.
Yeah. I mean, look at him in the pits. All of his glory.
Yep.
That's always something nice to see.
I know. Isn't it nice to have like several cars parked alongside, and display your trophies or something like that? But it'll be fine.
Display your trophies?
Yep. No, the trophies. Some people have cars for trophies, man. Yeah, some places in Singapore, if you go there, you see some of the cars all parked to one end. Now, this car's for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this car's for public holiday.
Oh dear.
Sorry, we're babbling on. We're just two grown men just trying to get really, really motivated, excited. But we are motivated, excited. Don't get us wrong, okay? It's a beautiful day. All right, so free practice. There's another minute to go. All right, then lots of things. Interesting bits about the track. You need to understand why it's called Mount Panorama, because not only for its panoramic view, the racers have to climb 174 meters of elevation, okay, from where they start off all the way up to the ground, and later they go down. It's kind of like a roller coaster ride, because the moment they come up to the peak, and they call it the Dipper, where near the skyline, before you go into the madness, you get to see a beautiful, like this portion, a nice skyline here before you go down the Dipper, and then you go through these S's, okay, constant turning and turning left and right, not easy. Some cars are drifting, and you can't afford to make mistake. You might lose your time here because it's quite steep, but if you get it right, it really helps you in that stretch. And then that's where they come down to the last bit called Forest Elbow. That is important because that is one of the slowest part on the track. So a lot of overtaking, if done correctly, is done over that side, because after that they go down that whole stretch, Conrad Street. Okay, it's crazy. The cars will be flying down, literally. Okay, stop short of lifting off. But this is a very important bit because as they come on, okay, towards the end there, they got to make that slight break as they make a right hand and a left hand turn for turns 20, 21, and 22 before coming down that very short straight, making a left hand turn at Murray's Corner and down the pit. So they're up. Looks like all ready. Bernie is also ready. Fernando as well. Is going his last bit here, pitting in. So currently we have 8 drivers raring to go. All right, we've got Theo, Wilson, Budiman, Fernando, Chung, Gutierrez, Ronquillo, and Munoz. Okay, who's going to excel in this? Your guess is as good as mine. We'll see what's going to happen in a short while. But the rest are just giving their last bit effort in getting themselves all warmed up and ready. Yeah, lots happening. I did mention that we have a lot of actions just about to kick start, and then we are really raring to go right now. For those who just joined us, welcome. Okay, lots of action coming our way pretty shortly. We just finished our free practice. Okay, next will be the qualifying round. That's where the drivers will try to clock in the fastest timing in order to get ahead of the grid. Because apparently, if you're way in front, you've got no obstacles, so you only got yourself and your car and whatever the elements in front of you. So every drivers who are in the front of the grid will try, okay, to extend as much as they can. All right. Now we're gonna go off air. Alright, welcome back. Okay, just a quick lap. Like for today, we have actually 2 races. That's right, it's different from the main event. Basically have race 1. Alright. Alright, just for let you know that for the light race, we only got 2 races. The first race is one that's 10 minutes, and the next race is actually around half an hour. But of course, we need to go through practice, which we just finished just a couple of minutes ago. We're going to the qualification, where the drivers will take the opportunity to clock in the fastest timing in order to be the first on the grid. Now that's important because if you have nothing in front of you, you just have to accelerate and try to build that gap between yourself and the cars behind you. But then of course, it's quite interesting. But then, welcome back, Brian. Nice to see you. All right. Okay, we're just sharing about how the race is, because we have only got 2 races for this.
Yep.
And if you take a look on your screen on the right, we've started qualifying. Currently, we're looking at Anthony Munoz of Home Ibeer Racing. He's currently trying to give his best qualifying time in order to make him find a place for himself on the grid. And this is down Conrad Street, which we love. I think all the drivers love this bit down the stretch because you can really go all out. I think the last time the maximum speed it was clocked was around 300 miles per hour.
300 miles an hour or 300 kilometers?
I don't know, because I think my math is terrible.
300 miles an hour, he's
He's flying, man. Contact,
flying, man.
Just joking. Yes, 300 kilometers per hour. Thank you, Brian.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's right. No, it's right. Okay, and here he goes all the way down the stretch here. This is where they make that turn to turn 20, 21,
260
22,
kilometers
Woo!
for this car.
Too slow! No, just joking.
Not really. Considering it's a GT4,
Yeah.
GT4s being the sister class to GT3s.
Okay.
Of course, the GT4s are also slightly slower than their sister cars.
But they're not that slow by far, right?
They're not.
Okay.
But there's not much aero stuff on the car that
I
makes
see.
it just a little bit more aerodynamic and just to make the car faster.
Yeah, good question, man. I always wanted to ask, me always constantly learning the difference between the GT3 car and the GT4. So you're saying speed-wise or extras, what? bits that are fitted to the car?
Yep, there are a couple more bits that are fitted to the car. If you look at it, it look very plain. Look like a normal road car. There's not much additional wing or winglet that's added to the car. In terms of engine wise, it also isn't the powered engine. I can't remember the term at this point in time.
Oh, ow, that hurt, Freddy. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But anyway, here we are. Here we have Budiman. All right. He's also trying his best. Ooh, look at that. Too close, lost control. No grip. Okay, Budiman making his turn down. Oh, this is zigzag bit. Very nice, right? Bernie is really pounding the track right now. As compared to the first lap he went to, he's going a bit slightly off, but not too bad. Managing good control. Gone to his race line, going to lag. Yeah, he goes down Skyline, the S's, or the famous corners. Basically like corners 11 to 17. That's right. Before heading down to that corner, Forest elbow. I used to look at it, it does look like an elbow.
Does it?
Yeah, look at it. He just bent the elbow this way and it looked like Forest elbow. Definitely not talking about Forrest Gump, right? Ah, he's flashing. You're slow.
No, he's flashing because he's actually gonna want to get a faster lap and get a better
Oh, so
lap.
the guy's in the way.
Yep, the guy's in the way.
Elvin, come on.
But then again, to be fair, if Elvin is doing a hot lap himself, Elvin doesn't have to necessarily give way to I think that's Munoz, Joey Gutierrez at the back.
Yep.
But of course, Elvin here is doing the right thing. Keeping to the left, trying to slow. Not really. He's not really slowing down. But he's not. I think he's not fully throttling.
Woohoo! Here we go.
Yep. So, like I said, of course, it's a Class B and Class C field. But it's not necessarily. I don't feel that they necessarily have to give way to the Class B guys.
I see.
That's my own personal take. But good on Alvin to do that for Joey.
Good on you, mate. Oh, look at that. Whoa. A good, a slight bit of control there. It was almost like drifted to the left. But yeah, I think that's Wilson going through the pace. Quite close to the wall there. Nice.
Yep, you want to get as close to the wall actually. So
Yeah, I know, but
but the curbs here, right? Especially the uphill section. Oh, look at the Mount Panorama forest. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. But yeah, sorry, got distracted by the words. But no, I was just gonna say the curbs here actually spits you out. And what I mean by that is every time you go on the curb, your car tends to want to go away from the curb.
Oh.
So in a way, it's like trying to get you out. Going on the curb too much is also not a very. It's not ideal. But yeah. It's something that I personally experienced a couple of times.
Oh, okay.
So once I go onto the curbs, and then if I'm not careful, into the walls I go.
It's like little mini cambers on the floor, right? If you go onto one of them, it kind of pushes you down. But if you go beyond it, then there's a tendency of you going off track.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And there we have Brennan Fernando.
Just did a 219.285.
Ooh.
So that put him in P6 in front of Freddie and in front of Alvin.
Freddie. All right. This is a straight air. This is still up climbing and making that bit again. Turn 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Whoa, this is a tight one, yeah. Quite close to the wall, like you mentioned.
Yeah, you really have to get very close to the walls. And if you're not careful, you touch it and that's it.
There you go, nice little scenic view back there. The goats and the sheep. But anyway, this is definitely Budiman. Remember the colors.
Yeah, I mean, pink cars, man.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
go pink.
All right, fine. We go.
Pink cars.
Pink cars.
Sorry, yeah.
Pink cars in the house. No, not really. Yeah, you have.
There you
Oh,
go.
slide there.
Yeah.
I
No, I think he didn't. I don't know if he touched.
I think it did though. I don't know. My eyes saw like bumped offside.
Yeah, he looked like he bumped it, but
Yeah,
he
but
didn't seem to have much damage from that.
I don't know how detailed in terms of the game will reflect on the car. You had like major damage though.
It could just be a what we call in racing, or we like to call it net code, where he just looks like he's touching the ball, but actually he didn't, because just the internet connection and all that.
Yeah,
So a little bit of that.
I know.
Yep.
All right, here is Joey Gutierrez.
A very nice line from him.
Yeah, look at that.
Oops. Yep. So just a little bit too much.
Oh,
Yep, just a little bit too much.
That's it.
Yep. And that destroys the steering column, by the way.
Yeah.
So you if let's say for example he has to drive back to the pits, he'll be driving with his wheel if I'm not 90 degrees to the left. No, I'm not kidding you. I've done it before. In races and you crash like that, there's no way that you can just jump back to the pits.
Yeah, they had a recent case or so. Yeah, like Vettel was like he was scootering back, something like that.
Oh, you mean
yeah?
So as in fact, as we're speaking, just shortly after this, we're gonna get the F1 going as well.
I know.
Australian Grand Prix. So yeah, he was scooting back to the pits, but
I had some investigations going on because he didn't
he got
any permission to do so.
Yeah, apparently that's a fine that he got to pay.
Yeah, ouchie.
Yeah, a little ouchie, but oh well.
Maybe he just wanted to wave to his fans as well. But hi guys.
I mean, he missed 2 races though. So.
I know. And he didn't even put on his helmet properly. That's a safety issue,
I don't know, man. Let's not go there.
He rested the helmet on the top of his head. It's like some headgear,
Yes.
But anyway, this is Bernie Ronquillo, currently overall second, doing fine. Nice race lines coming from him, and maybe this time he's really going to pound the track. And his fellow teammate, Joey Gutierrez, is in first position. So a quick look right now, we have Hold My Beer Racing currently has like 3 members there. The other one is Anthony Manos in 6th position. So I think we are missing of Andreas. So Andreas, we all know he must be busy. All of us are all grown men, want to race. We wish that we were teenagers and had more time.
No, why you remind me?
What? It's okay.
I also wish I have more time.
I know.
Everybody wishes. I mean, who doesn't, right?
Look. When you reach my age, you want to be like teen forever, but there's no way my head gives my age away. But anyway, if you just join us,
No,
welcome. It does. It does. All right, welcome to the Asian Endurance Series, Lite Series. Round 2, we are at Bathurst, and we just finished qualifying. We're just looking at Fernando finishing up his lap. He's currently in 7th overall. So we have Joey Gutierrez in 1st, Bernie Ronquillo in 2nd, Budiman 3rd, Wilson 4th, Freddie Teo 5th, Anthony Manos in 6th, Brandon Fernando is 7th, and Elvin Chung in 8th. So they will start off like that if there's no changes. And that's where the action is gonna kickstart. I can't wait. I think we're gonna see lots of action. Certain parts of the circuit's quite dangerous, but we just have to see how it goes.
I just want to do a quick explanation on the left hand side for those who are wondering. C Wilson, C Brandon Fernando, and C Alvin Chung just basically means they're class C. Okay. I think Wilson did a fantastic lap to get himself in P4. I think that must have been a really, really good lap. He's 1.2 seconds behind the leader. I think that's a very, very good lap. In fact, he's faster than Freddie, but of course, I think we heard over the weekend that Freddie was unwell. So probably that's not as much practice that he managed to do.
But look, the most important thing, he's here.
He's here. I mean, he's here.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, we spoke about Andreas earlier. Unfortunately, he dropped us a text and said that he cannot make it for this race.
Aww.
So it's unfortunate, but we love you. We all love everybody here. We love our participants anyway.
We love you so much. Love you.
But I mean, work life, real life gets in the way sometimes. So.
Yeah, I know. I mean, look, if you ask me and the rest of the guys, yourself included, I know if there's an opportunity, or you just love to sit down and just race with a drink, whether it's alcohol or not. But
no. Let's not go there.
Okay, all right.
No drink and drive, man.
Hey, this is the difference.
Coke, Sprite.
Really? The sugar is the same. No. All right.
Sugary drinks, carbonated drinks.
Okay, man. We are going to the first race. All right. It's a short one. They always call the first race the sprint. And that's where all hell will break loose. As you know, the first part when they make that all-important turn, and that's it. They go crazy all the way. They have to climb up that steep 174 meters to the top, and then they roller coaster down, zigzagging, and come down through Conrad Straight and come back through the finishing line again. Sounds easy? Not so. But these guys have been pounding the tracks all day long, I would say, and they're ready. I think you're ready. We're ready. And well, too bad we don't have a steering wheel in front of us. No, we'll be ready, but we can't. We're hosting the show. We will bring to you all the excitement. All right, and you too. So if you're at home, Okay, quickly go grab whatever you need, a drink, get yourself comfortable, fluff that cushion of yours, and we are going to race one. Now, where's our cushion? We'll get some cushions anyway, yep. All right, so we are going to look at some of the bits. Okay, now I only know that for the circuit itself, I did mention earlier on that the best point to overtake would be actually Forest Elbow, because that's one of the slowest part of the circuit. But of course, you and I know for a racer, if there's an opportunity that's presented, I mean, you'll make it so, because in everything you will get it through. So I think we're all ready. So, guys, are we ready? You're ready? You? Hold on, let's go racing! Okay, you're ready?
You're
You
ready.
ready? All right. Okay, hold your breath. And they're off! If Joey is throwing start right now, because this is called a rolling start. Now, when you told me what rolling start was, I just wanted to roll on the floor, being a terrible person. But they're doing nicely. A nice, gentle left-hand turn here. So nice, right? There's actually a music that follows this, though. Okay, never mind. All right. As you can see, all the cars are ready. 8 cars on the grid. They're
There
rolling,
they go.
and there they go. Everyone is running like crazy right now, I know. And Joey Gutierrez is making the left-hand turn. Oh, there's an early incident now. One of the cars just went off. Oh my goodness, who was that? I think it was Freddie Teo, if I'm not mistaken. But all right, just focus on Joey Gutierrez. Okay, he's Rahat. And then we have Budiman currently in second position behind the thing. Let's go on. The race is crazy. Like I didn't mention the nuts right now, and it is rolling down the stretch. Budiman is closing the gap around that bad first turn right now. He's going to make it as important as he is down Griffin's Bend. And they're making that stretch down the cutting of turns 3 and 4. And they're going to make that turn right now. It's very, very tight. And this is where they're going to get as close to the wall as possible without scratching it. And then they're going to make that stretch down the whole stretch of Reed Park. That's turn 7, 8, and 9. All right. And now the stretch you're going across is turn 9 down Salmon Park to McPhillammy Park. And this is where that portion they're trying to get as close as possible, and they'll be able to see skyline at that point. Now, this is that all important point up the slope, and they're going through the S's first turn from turns 11 and 17. This is important for them because it's either make or break sometimes in red area here. If they get their lines straight, it will actually help them in terms of timing. But of course, we've witnessed some of them during practice, how dangerous it is to get into trouble. As they're cutting around Forest Elbow, this is the slowest point, but this is where they start to pick up, because this is a Conrad Straight. This is where the cars will try and go as fast as possible. But they have to be very, very, very careful, because it's not going to be easy. If they hit their brakes too early, they might have issues. You have Wilson there, following closely by Freddie Teo, currently in 3rd and 4th. All right, they're going up that slope right now. Gutierrez is doing fine. He's keeping his distance in front of Budiman, and then followed by Wilson and Freddie Teo. This is looking to be very, very exciting. These guys are trying on the bend right now. Okay, this is where they slow down. Chase one, the car went off the grid. Oh my goodness, look at that. Freddie Teo has gone back, managed to close up the gap between himself and Wilson. Right, and with Joyce going straight around that corner bend. They're going down the stretch. That was Murray's corner, going down all the way. And then they're making down to Hell's corner, making that all-important left-hand turn. It starts all over again. Now Joey should be fine. He's got that fast lap right now. You see Joey, okay, is amazing. And we have who else here in front? Budiman, Wilson, and Freddie Teo at the back. There's Alvin Chung and Bernie Ronquillo.
I think there was an incident we saw much earlier.
Yeah.
One of the McLarens actually brake a bit too late. And
That was Brandon, was it?
I don't know. I don't think it was Brandon. No. Was it Brandon? I think it would have been Freddie. But I don't know whether or not.
No, like I've seen Freddie right now is in the 4th, and it was a McLaren that went up. So it's definitely Brandon Fernando that's totally out right now. I don't know, he made a right-hand turn and he cut into the front of 2 other cars. But anyway, let's focus up right now. We're climbing up. Gentlemen, we are climbing up right now as Freddie Teo is giving chase to Wilson, currently in 3rd and 4th respectively. Now we're going around that bend. Okay, how much can they achieve in that short span of time? We'll look at it. Joey Gutierrez, 3 minutes, .289 in his Porsche 718, followed by Budiman, Wilson, Freddie Teo, Alvin Chun, Ronquillo, Munoz, and Fernando right now. But I think it is Fernando, the one that they had issues. So they're going down the S's right now. The Big Dipper, as I was telling you, it's a roller coaster ride. You got to keep close to the wall as possible. But here's where things can either make or break for the drivers itself, because they just have to make one mistake, as earlier on we saw in the practice how dangerous it is. So down this bend, they're going through this stretch. You got to pick up that speed right now towards turn 16, 17. And now they're opening up.
You can see how eager Bernie is wanting to pass.
I know.
You can. Alvin is just doing his thing.
Alvin is like.
No, but I mean, to be fair, they're not racing each other because they're in different classes anyway. But it's also very difficult. I'm not too sure what's going on here.
I don't know. The tussle between Alvin and Bernie. Bernie's getting frustrated too.
You can really see Bernie's frustration here because look. So
Freddie has went on. Was this Freddie?
No, that's Alvin. Yeah, so had Alvin actually made a mistake and cost Bernie some more time, that would have been horrible. So that's where the Class B and C thing it is at.
All right, so Anthony has just pit. It looks like it, and Alvin as well is pitting. This is a very early pit. Here we have Wilson here with Budiman in his sights. Okay, just trying to close up the gap between him right now.
We're at the halfway mark. Still a long way to go.
Yep, we're at the halfway mark.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like Joey has a good grip on the race. He's done the fastest lap. He's out right in front. Of course, with Budiman right behind him. It's not too far away. They're not separated by too much. But it looks like, unfortunately, I think Brendan has a terminal issue. He's been in the pits for the last couple of minutes already, so we might not see him for race 1 anymore. I think Anthony and Alvin is just basically pitting for their scheduled pit stops. They have to do a pit stop during the race, so that's probably scheduled for them, because you do it now, you do it later, you still have to do it. So for me, I think it's doing it early. I think certain strategy calls need to be made, and they have probably made it to be that much earlier.
That's right. You have you just joined us. Welcome. This is the first race. All right, and we have Joey Gutierrez just going through the S's right now, and quick choke there right now. He's making that turn in, not easy down the dipper, and there's a lot of turns that he has to negotiate. But now he's down that stretch down Forest Elbow, and he's making his way down Conrad Straight. All right, and this is where he goes up that slope, like all important slope, and then down and goes. Just, I tell you, it's like a roller coaster ride for them.
Yeah, it is a roller coaster. I mean, you're going up, the whole slow section going up, and then something coming down. You really have to be very daring. You really have to know what you're doing, and you just have to also be focused, because this is 10 minutes. The next race is 30 minutes. So imagine going round and round and round for 30 minutes. You any distraction that you have nearby or in your head, that's going to cost you a lot of time, because if you crash, you go into the pits, it's a minimum of a minute. I've done it a couple of times, and I've crashed, and then I go into the pits a minute, and next thing you know, the guys are passing you already. So it's slightly more than a minute, but it's not ideal if you lose focus here.
All right, here see Joey Gutierrez and Budiman, followed by Wilson. Freddie Teo. This is Freddie Teo currently in third position, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have where is Wilson? I can't see where Wilson
He's in the pits.
Oh,
he went to the pits, so he's pitted for his scheduled pit stop.
Okay, this is quite early, but anyway, at the rate they're going, that's involved. Here, Anthony Munoz feels like he's doing some scenic drive.
Yeah, it does feel like he's doing a scenic drive. I mean, it looks like it's not fast, but I think if you've heard it before, it's when it doesn't look fast, it's actually very, very fast.
Yep, and here we have Alvin Chung down the Conrad Straight.
Oh no, I see 2 stop-go 30-second penalties.
Oh dear, for Wilson and Bernie Ronquillo.
Yep, I would think this is to do with speeding in the pit lane. I'm guessing.
My goodness, really? Well, we'll know later on.
Because Wilson just got out of the pits and then he got a stop-go penalty. For Bernie, I'm not too sure why he got that stop-go. He probably just cut the track or something. I'm not too sure what's the reason for that. But yeah, for Wilson, if he was speeding the pits, that would be the reason why he is getting that.
Well, Joey Gutierrez had his best time of 2 minutes 15.660. seconds from Oh My Beer Racing, Joey Gutierrez. Currently, right now, making that stretch down. All right, Conrad straight. And we have Budiman as well following him.
Yeah, they both have to pit. They have to pit this lap. So Joey just really has to get very good exits, very good. That was a very good outlet from here. I think he's got himself quite a distance from Budiman. So it might be a good pit stop for him.
All right, if you just joined us, welcome to the Asian Endurance Series Lite Series. We're in race 1 with a minute to go. Currently, we have Joey Gutierrez in first position, followed by Budiman, followed by Freddie Teo, Wilson, Ronquillo, and Manos, Alvin, and Fernando. Fernando, he was involved in an earlier incident.
The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
All right, you heard what he said. Leaders a final lap, final push.
Yep, you can see that Joey and Budiman are now in the pits. Let's see how long it takes both of them to come out. But yeah, because Wilson is coming very close, and Freddie is pitting as well. So this is where strategy will come into place. Did Freddie get good enough of an in lap because before the pit? So in lap before. And did Wilson get a very good out lap from the last pit? So
Joey is coming out. He's made it. He knows he's going to club. Any cars next to him, we can't see from here. But here we have Joey Gutierrez back on track with around 12 seconds left in race 1 to go. He's going to keep his distance. And on the far distance, we have Budiman. Okay, but I think it's such a big gap right now. He's really pounding the track right now, going for it. He knows he has it in the wrap. Joey is going for the win. Okay, as long as he keeps to his pace, it's guaranteed for him. Now he's going through this last bit. Okay, going a big red lines up that slope. It's not easy. And we can see Budiman really trying his very best to close up the gap between him. He's not going to throw in the towel that early. Okay. Oh, he's making that hard break right now on the left-hand turn. Up the slope there, trying to pick up as much speed, trying to really grip that track around the corner. He's coming very close on the side, making the right-hand turn right now. Can he? He's doing everything right now. All he needs to do is be able to see Gutierrez in front of him. How far has Joey done enough to open up that gap between himself and Budiman? Budiman making that left-hand turn down the elbow stretch. He's gonna let the car fly up this slope and down. Currently we have Joey Gutierrez. Where is he? Here we have Joey is really making that zigzag down the S's. He knows he's got that down to Forrest's elbow before he got that straight. He's got that opportunity to extend his lead down Conrad Straight. And there he goes. He's gonna let it rip. He knows he's got this in the bag. He's only got himself to lose if he does that. Here you go. Nice beautiful view in front of him. He's gonna let loose. Look at that. Nothing in front of him, just air, pure air. This is the point where he gets very carefully He's making the right-hand turn right now. Down the chase, he's got to make that all-important break. This is important. He makes a nice one over on the left hand, right hand, and go that shot straight down. If he sees Murray's corner, he's going for the win. Yes, we are. Joey Gutierrez. He's going to do it. Just this turn, and he goes for the checkered flag. So he seals his win.
Finished the race.
Well done. Joey Gutierrez from Hold My Beer Racing is in first position, followed by Budiman in second. And we're not for far distance with Anthony Manos in third. What a race. Well, like you said earlier on, Brian, the strategy is very important as well, especially in the sprint race.
Yeah, I mean, of course, in a sprint race and you have to pit, you really have to be counting where you want to pit, calculating how much and how long the pit's going to be. We saw Munoz at the back, and then now he's in P3, so that's a really good run from him. Of course, Wilson went to clear his stop-go penalty. Bernie unfortunately didn't. And Freddie unfortunately as well started speeding the pit lane because he just pressed the speed limiter just a little bit too early. So he just got out of the pits just a little bit too fast.
And here we have Wilson just around the bend, Murray's corner, and going on the finishing line to seal his position in fourth position P4 right now.
So
all right,
it's a good race. I mean, let's look at Alvin coming in. It's been a very good race, I think, at least for all of them, and I think especially for Joey, not so for Bernie and for Anthony Munoz. I think he managed to recover a little bit, but probably not for Freddie as well. For Bernie, unfortunately, he got involved in that probably first corner incident, and that cost him a lot. And coming into the pits and then speeding in the pit lane, it's unfortunate, but it happens. Like I said, once you get distracted by certain things, or if you get emotional, certain small little things like that does affect you when you're racing, when you're driving.
That's right. And we have Bernie Ronquillo just coming into the finishing line to seal his position in 6th. Behind him, of course, he has Freddie Teo and Fernando. Well, I don't know. Usually, what would drivers do? I mean, you're given a penalty, you would want to serve it as soon as possible. But in a sprint race, I would think, do you have the time? The moment if you were to serve that penalty, is as good as gone?
I think in a sprint race, yeah, it's almost as good as gone. Especially with a thing like a stop-go penalty. Regardless of stop-go, how long, it's usually very painful. And that stop-go 30 is very painful because you have to go into the pits. You're already slowing down, and you have to sit there for 30 seconds.
30 seconds is a long time.
Yeah, it's a very long time. And in a race, 30 seconds, especially for this, they're doing like 2 minutes 15. That was almost a quarter of a lap. And that's how much time you're losing to people because of you sitting in there for 30 seconds. So yes, in a sprint race, it's going to hurt a lot. But in an endurance race, like you're going to see later on for the 30 minutes, you have to calculate as well when you want to do this penalty. Of course, you have a certain limit before you get penalized or get disqualified. But you have to calculate whether or not have you made enough gap to the guy behind or to anybody else that's behind to do the stop-go penalty at this point in time. Yeah, so there's a little bit of thinking involved when you get this type of penalties.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because like you're talking about like a 30-minute race or more, then maybe you have that added time to actually work out your strategy.
Yeah.
But in a sprint race, it's so difficult, isn't it? Especially in a track like Bathurst, where you don't have that much of opportunity to actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk more about race 2 and our competitors. We're gonna go for a short break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Penrite, a 100% Aussie company, pride themselves on their commitment to all forms of motorsport in Australia, from the very grassroots to competing and succeeding at the highest level. It's always been a big part of their DNA. And this real-world testbed for their products ensures the lubricants and fluids you buy for your vehicle have benefited from the development of being punished in a way that only competition can. Penrite, it competes, you win.
Hi, welcome back to the Asian Endurance Series, Lite Series. This is Zachary and Brian. We just finished race 1 and what a race we had. Of course, we had someone coming out victorious and he's none other than Joey Gutierrez, Budiman, Munoz, Wilson, Alvin Chung, Ronquillo, Freddie Teo and Fernando. What a race they had. It was quite exciting. They started off with a bit of damage control when Fernando's McLaren did a sudden right-hand turn and it kind of like collided with a couple of the cars, but he took himself out. But nonetheless, it was a very exciting race. Quite clear-cut. But towards the end, it was tricky because this was a sprint race, so they had to do that mandatory pit stop. And to do so, they really had to work out accurately, precisely how much time they had in between. So what do you think the second race will bring for us?
Oh, I mean, like I said, without that first lap incident, a lot of things would have changed, especially for people like Bernie. He was doing very well in qualifying, but unfortunately, as I was looking through the chat, he made a little mistake there, So that's where that 30-second stop go came from, and then that basically cost him his race.
Yeah.
But no, I think overall, Joey did a very good job. I think he commanded the race very well. Let's see in this next 30 minutes, can he do the same thing? Because Budiman is not that much further away from him. And you know, it seems like Budiman does have he's coming to terms with the car, he's getting used to the car, a little mistake here and there, but you know, he managed to I think he was a lot closer at the end of the race from what we saw at the start, you know, when they exited the pits. So yeah, this race is proving to be even more exciting than I thought. Yeah.
Well, we did say it's going to get really excited. All right, we're getting prepared for race 2. And then we take a look. All the cars are on the grid. They are ready to go. Are you ready? Popcorn's ready. Your drinks, soda pop, everything. All right, let's go. We're going to go racing in 3, 2, 1. On my mark. Get set. Go. Guys, let's go on and And they're off. Actually, it's not exciting.
No, this is
rolling start.
Yeah, this is a rolling start. So
that was quite close between Budiman and Freddie. So it's like a warm up session, isn't it? For them, they've got. Just making that left hand turn on Murray's corner.
Yep.
Okay, the guys are doing it. It's mandatory for them to roll start, and once you see the flag and they're off, and then they're going to go full throttle.
So about now,
the race will start about now.
See the green flag? Any green flags?
I don't see any.
Green flag, let's go.
Alright, and we are racing at Bathurst for race 2. We have Joey Gutierrez, the winner of first race, currently going his pace. Bernie Ronquillo definitely going to try his best to make up for poor showing in the first race, close with Budiman and third position as well. Got Wilson, Freddie Teo, Anthony Munoz, and Fernando, and Alvin Chung in 8th. Now these guys, they know it's going to be different because this is going to be a half-hour race. So they're going to try their very, very best to make full use of it. This is really very close. Ooh, we have Freddie being overtaken by Wilson. And they're just closing the gap right now. It's a bit early in the race. No one wants to make any silly mistake going around. But this is one of the corners where it's very great. They have to make sure that they don't hit. Oh, I heard a bit of squeaking sound there. Hopefully it's nothing serious there. Someone's trying to overtake on the inside.
Ooh, that was a very good move from Wilson.
Wow.
That was a very, very good move done by Wilson.
Wilson is overtaking Freddie. It's really good, very cool though.
Yep. So he saw that Freddie left a gap on the inside, and then he went a bit wide because brake a bit later, and then Freddie just took back. He went on the inside and just got back in position. I mean, it was a very, very good move done by sorry, Wilson. Yeah, that's Wilson in front. Sorry, for a moment I got confused. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay, here's where your skyline, and this is where it all goes crazy downhill. The essence in a good way, downhill, not as in bad.
Yeah. It's not
all
that
right.
bad.
So we did mention earlier on how important it is to keep close to the wall as possible in this bit because you can clock up some time here, or you can actually increase your speed. But this is the important bit when they make that nice hand turn, when they go down to Forest Elbow, and then they start to open up down Conrad Straight. This is where the drivers will want to pick up more pace to open up and widen the gap between themselves. And here we have Budiman coming really close behind Bernie Ronquillo. And of course we have Joey Gutierrez has opened up like maybe a 6-car lead in front of Bernie. But they're trying to make up for whatever it did. Like, it's still early in the race, just 28 minutes left. Bernie is still holding on, but Budiman is really pushing it. I think he wants to go ahead in front of Bernie. Right, and really, really close to gap between himself and Joey, because right now it seems that Joey is having fun in front of his runaway. And here we have Anthony Munoz in front of Fernando. Munoz swing turn.
Yep. So I was just gonna say, if you all remember, Joey actually is an Australian, so he probably has a little bit of this home ground. It's his home country.
Oh, someone went off.
Yeah, I think Brendan just braked a bit too late, went straight. But yeah, I'm just gonna say, look at him. He's such a huge gap to Bernie already. It's amazing how much he's pulled away from everybody else. But Bernie I wouldn't say he's holding out the pack. But Bernie is also trying very hard to make sure that he keeps that second place.
You can safely say, but because Budiman is really pushing it, trying to overtake Bernie, because he knows that he's got a bit of the pace. We've seen it in race 1, but he has to play his cards. He doesn't want to make a wrong move in this track right now because everything is so... safety is, of course, important right now. And now we're just going around that stretch. And hopefully he will be able to overtake. That was quite close, though. I thought Bernie might race the side of the wall for a while.
That was very close to the wall.
All right. right? I know. And down the slope, the dipper, they call it affectionately. That turns. Good control, good control. Well caught by Budiman. Almost went off, but he did good. Well done, well done. Oh, my.
That was a very good save from Budiman, because if anything more, he would have caused a huge pile up down the hill, down the mountains, because Wilson was very close behind him already. So that mistake also cost him some time, but it's time for him to just buckle up and then get himself ready to try and catch Bernie again.
All right, it's an equal spacing between himself, Ronquillo, Budiman, Wilson, and Freddie Teo. It might seem to you that they're slowing down, but they're not, because they're really being. And then we talk speaks to Freddie Teo is trying to close up the gap between himself and Wilson. He's trying to overtake him. Can he? Can he not? Can see that Wilson has the pace as well, but he's just trying to be safe right now as they're going down this stretch. All right, down this slope, down. And then we're making this left-hand turn around Murray's corner. Okay. Just the short straight right now.
It looks like Wilson had a good exit from the final corner. Freddie just trying to get too close when he braked, and then that was it. Munoz is dropped back quite a bit.
8th position, yep.
I think he had an incident coming down the hill. Otherwise, I think he dropped back quite a bit. Because Alvin is now in P6 and Brendan is in P7, so he's dropped back. I think he's definitely not enjoying his time here.
Okay.
So you can tell that he's been struggling a bit, but who knows? He got P3 the last race. We might see him back on the podium because he's doing an early stop, and that early stop might just give him what he needs to actually be able to compete.
Well, a quick check first round. We have Budiman has overtaken Bernie Ronquillo for 2nd position. So you know that Joey has this big gap in front of him, basically a big gap in front of Budiman, corrections. And then it's a lot of tussle between 2nd and 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. So I think a lot of the actions will be somewhere in the mid-pack right now, because you know that Joey is not having any issues right now. He's going to continue his pace. But we have Bernie, who lost his place to Budiman. And right now Budiman is trying to close up the gap. But this is not the best place to do it right now. The dipper just to maintain that good racing line in order to negotiate down this the S's, they call it. Not easy. This is where we have a lot of history of cars making mistakes and going and crashing to the wall and creating a pile-up, and then this is not something that we want. So here we have Freddie Teo, Wilson and Bernie Ronquillo.
It looks like Bernie made a mistake somewhere, because look at the car, look at the back of the car just now. You've seen some scraps, some white. Yep. It looks like there's some paint. The paint has sort of fallen off, so he might have made some mistake somewhere. Look, he doesn't have the pace down the straight as well.
And then we have a breast between Wilson and Ronquillo.
Yep. Okay.
And Wilson, what cars have got hit and they went off. Yep, Wilson got control.
So I think that was a bit on Wilson. They were going side by side already, and it looks like Wilson just lost a bit of friction, and then he tried to correct himself, and then unfortunately Ronquillo was just there to and he was affected by the whole incident.
All right, you just joined us. Welcome to the Asian Endurance Series Lite Series. We're in race 2 with 22 minutes to go. Currently in the lead is Joey Gutierrez, followed by Budiman, Francis Teo, Bernie Ronquillo, Wilson, Brando Fernando, Alvin Chung, and Anthony Munoz. But Anthony Munoz, I think he had a bit of an issue, which we'll check with you much later. But here we have Budiman flying down that stretch. He's really desperate to close up the gap between Joey Gutierrez. I know it's still early, but they say it's better late than never. So he's trying to take this opportunity to close the gap between himself. But there was a slight incident between Wilson and Bernie Ronquillo. Hope all that has been settled. They're back racing. And here is Alvin Chung, currently in 7th position. All right, he's taking it easy right now. Hopefully it's not because of some incident he had. The car, it looks like the car is struggling. I don't know. It might be seen to me. He's making this right-hand turn right now. It's going up slope. And we have Freddie Teo, Racing Team 570, who is currently in 3rd position. He has currently already overtaken Brendan Fernando, and now he's trying to close the gap between himself and Budiman. But Budiman has his eyes fixated in front of Joey Gutierrez. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think Budiman has over the last couple of corners, and I think in the last lap he's because he's clear in front of him, he's actually catching Joey much faster than I think he thought himself. But I think Budiman has pace, that's for sure. And Joey just have to be careful because although he has quite a good lead now. Look, you can see that Budiman is in the background already.
Yep.
And he has to find a way and think about that strategy call. Does he want to go in late? Does he want to go in early? Who knows? It's gonna be just how he's gonna make that strategy call.
That's right. I mean, I'm just reading through the text of some of the drivers, and someone having a bad case of sneezing.
Yeah, like I said, like I was mentioning earlier, Freddie was down over the weekend.
Yeah.
He was mentioning, he wasn't feeling too well, and then I think today he just powered through the pain and raced here, which of course resulted in that stop-go penalty we saw. Stop-and-go penalty that we saw earlier.
Okay, here we have Budiman just turning out the Hell's Corner. Does he have Joey Gutierrez inside? We can't see from this shot here, but I know he's definitely going to close up that gap between himself. It's like a personal Mercedes versus Porsche competition. And here we have a nice view of Budiman. And he just saw not too far ago Joey Gutierrez making that right-hand turn. So he's not far. He can see him. He can smell him. He's really, really trying to close up the gap between himself and Joey. And Joey knows that he can't afford to make any mistake right now because he's got Budiman really breathing down his throat. Okay, and not far away is Freddie Teo as well. Freddie is trying to make that gap smaller between himself and Budiman. But this is a tricky bit because they are climbing up the mountain right now. Remember, 174 meters of elevation. Okay, it's not a straight road, it's just a couple of zigzags, but here we are. He's making that left-hand turn right now. All right, and then he's going up that slope. And this is where they do the skyline. Good morning, the Dipper. Here we go. Zigzagging here again. Just joined us, welcome. This is race 2 of the Asian Endurance Series, Lite Series. 19 minutes and 30 seconds to go in race 2. Earlier on, we had a bit of excitement and adventure because we had Joey Gutierrez taking first position, followed by Budiman in second and Anthony Manos in third. But currently, it looks totally different from now. If you're looking at the score right now, Joey Gutierrez, fastest lap in his Porsche, 9 minutes 48.037. And right now, he's like 10 minutes 50.767. So it's really a gap between himself and you can see Budiman is trying his very best to close up the gap between himself and Joey. So it's been like between these two, it's a 1-2 tango between them in the first race and likewise in race 2. Hopefully everything is all exciting. We are as well. But before we continue with all this excitement, we are going for a short commercial break. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
Penrite, a 100% Aussie company, pride themselves on their commitment to all forms of motorsport in Australia, from the very grassroots to competing and succeeding at the highest level. It's always been a big part of their DNA. And this real-world testbed for their products ensures the lubricants and fluids you buy for your vehicle have benefited from the development of being punished in a way that only competition can. Penrite, it competes, you win.
Air, fuel, spark, the trinity of power. You need all three to bring your engine to life. Kenny and Norm knew that, which is why for over 50 years, the company that bears their name has been re-engineering what filtration can do. Engineered to protect against dirt and scientifically proven to provide up to 50% more airflow. K&N, 50 years of performance and innovation.
Welcome back. This is the Asian Endurance Series Season 4 Lite Series. My name is Zachary and this is with Brian. In all these action, there's not much changes. We have Joey Gutierrez in first, Budiman in second, and Freddie Teo in third.
Yeah, and it still looks like Anthony Munoz is really not enjoying himself today. He's stuck in P8 pretty much. And I mean, it's unfortunate because this kind of track, like I said earlier, it's... like I said, I don't like it. It could just be a track that Anthony doesn't like as well. But when you don't have pace for a circuit, it usually just shows, especially in the endurance race. But of course, you can see that Bernie, he's getting himself back up to pace. I think he's definitely up for a podium spot. Because I think he's cleared his penalties. His pit already. So he might be able to see if he can do that. By pitting early, can he just maintain and get to the end ahead of both either Freddie and both of them actually, Freddie and Budiman to get P2.
Actually, because right now, just a quick glance at Class B standing. We have Joey Gutierrez overall in second position with 23 points, and Bernie Ronquillo in fifth with 15 points, and Anthony Manos in 7 and 13 points. Budiman currently lies in 8th position with 12, but if he's able to put in the kind of results that he's gotten, because in race 1 he is second position, and if he managed to continue in his position there, he will then give him all important points to take him up the rankings in the Class B. Alright, and right now a good showing from Freddie Teo as well. Freddie Teo, sadly, in the first race, he was in 7th position. But currently, right now, looking at it, he's doing well in race 2, currently in 3rd position. The points will come in handy right now because currently he's in 1st position with 26 points. Behind him is Alvin Chung with the same amount of points, and followed by Brendan Fernando. And these are the Class C standing. So lots of happening right now. Points does matter in this race. So whatever it is, a point more is definitely welcome. So we just joined us. This is a lot of excitement right now. We have Joey Gutierrez just entering the skyline down the S's. He's holding on to his lead right now. He's opened up quite a fair gap. He did well in first race. All right, so we are passing by the halfway mark. This is where the racers will start to think whether or not they should do the mandatory pit. But like we said, for the half-hour races, strategies involved. We've seen how races have been lost and won with proper use of the strategy of pit stopping. But here we have Brendan Fernandez currently in 4th position, just entering the dipper as well. He's driving very cautiously, we can see. Understandably, because I think he's also looking for points as well. He's in a Class C as right now in the second race. We can see that the 3 Class C drivers have Brandon in 4th position, Wilson in 6th, and Elvin in 8th. All right, so points does matter. And here we have Anthony Manos currently in 7th position, just turning around. Murray is going to go down this stretch before turning left around Hell's Corner and starting all over again. That steep, I wouldn't say gentle, steep turn of 174 meters in elevation.
Yeah, no, I just want to say that actually Freddie decided that he wanted to up his competition. He himself decided to sign up for Class B instead. So that will be, I mean, look at him. He's really doing well already in his first outing here. In Class B, so he's gonna actually be fighting in Class B from now on.
Hey.
Yeah, so he decided that he wanted to go Class B, and then you have it. But I mean, he has the pace. Let's put it that way. He's doing well. Holding his position in 3rd. I think he's been constantly behind Budiman, but he's been having a very healthy gap to Budiman in front. And of course, all top three have not pitted yet. And that's really just something that they have to think about for now. Of course, the other alternative is just to keep going, and then pit at the last lap or like the second last lap. But of course, once you start pitting, you have to remember that the tires will become cold. And cold tires aren't usually the tires that you want to be doing on this circuit.
Okay, the exciting bit right now, while we were having this short conversation, you can see that Budiman has actually closed up with Joey. So this is a very tricky bit, because this is where you start to slow down because of the dipper, the S's left and right. So as you know, that he would take a very good opportunity to overtake Joey at Forest Elbow. This is where the track goes really, really slow. And will he be able to overtake? That's the whole thing. That's why Budiman is trying desperately to close up the gap between himself. And right now they're going past Elbow Straight, and they are going down the Conrad Straight. He's really, really letting the car rip right now. Oh, look at that.
That's Munoz actually. That's not
Yeah.
Joey. He's actually going to be lapping Munoz already.
That's right.
So you know,
Anthony Munoz, is he having issues? I don't think so, right?
I mean, he might have some terminal issues. Not say terminal, but permanent issues with the car. But I think he's just not having a good time generally in the car.
Well,
He's probably just really not feeling it today. But I mean, you have good days and you have bad days.
That's right.
And this is just not a very good day for Munoz for sure.
That's right.
So you can see that Budiman is really catching. And yeah, he's. Well, before long we'll start to see blue flags coming out. And Munoz, yeah, there you go. That's the blue flag I'm talking about. So once you start to see the blue flags, Munoz has to let Budiman pass. But the problem is, once they go into the mountain sections, it's almost impossible to let him pass because there's no proper way that Munoz can let him pass without hurting Budiman's timing and gap to Freddie Teo.
I see.
So it's something that Budiman now has to think about as well, because now he has a barrier between himself and Joey has already disappeared into the oblivion in front of him.
Where are you?
Yeah, you know, look, he's so far ahead. But yeah, look. So like I said, Munoz now has to calculate where he wants to let Budiman pass, because you can tell that he has gained some time on the up the mountain section.
Yep.
Because the blue flags have disappeared. But once the blue flags start to come out again, he has to let him pass.
But Budiman has overtaken Freddie Teo right now, as I last saw on the map right now. But the thing is that there's another car there. Anthony is in the way as well, and it's not easy because if he's going to block, and like you mentioned early on, there's not enough space for him to overtake as well. Yep, so down the stretch here they go.
So Budiman has to now either try and catch up to him on the straights, on the short pit straight or on that mountain straight, and then get that blue flag and let him pass, because otherwise it's really going to be impossible, and he's going to just be stuck behind Anthony Munoz. But if it was me, to be honest, Zach, actually this would be a good time. Actually, this would be a good time for Budiman to pit. Because he knows that he has a barrier in front of him of Munoz, and he's not going to get past anytime soon. The only thing, I mean, to me, logically, I will pit now because I don't want to be fighting. I don't want to be wasting my tires. I want to have fresh a little bit more tires compared to Joey at the end. And if I can catch up to Joey, that's it. But yeah, so I think he's lost some time to Anthony Munoz also. So Budiman is. Well, it's unfortunate but yeah, like I said, it's up the uphill, up the mountain. I keep saying uphill, man. Up the mountain sections. He really has to find a way to pass. Otherwise, it's gonna be tough. And Joey's just gonna get further and further away.
All right, here we have it. Earlier on, you saw Fernando just making a really good effort in 4th position. As you remember, he's in Class C. But here we have on the screens Muhammad Bismar Budiman from Tadulako, currently in a 2nd position. He is definitely trying to get to Joey Gutierrez. All right, but it's not that easy because he has another car in front of him. So they have to be very, very careful as they do this, because they're climbing up the elevation and really trying to close up the gap between himself. Okay, because for that case, he has Anthony Munoz in front of him. And it's just like, he's got to find that place. But now they're back here again at the S's. They're going down for turns 11 to 17. There's no way he's going to overtake him in this.
Nope.
Is it? So the only opportunity for him is to close up the gap between himself and Anthony Munoz and try to overtake him during Forrest's elbow.
He seems to have got a lot closer, but I don't see any blue flags around, so which means he's not close enough. No, really, because Anthony Munoz is not obliged to give way to Budiman until he sees the blue flag.
I see.
And of course, if it's waving for too long and Munoz still doesn't want to give up the spot, actually, Munoz could be penalized for it because he's impeding a faster driver behind him.
Right, you have the rear view of Anthony Munoz. You can see that Budiman is trying to close up the gap between himself, and now they're making down that little stretch. Okay, and I think that's now we're going down Conrad Straight, if I'm not mistaken.
There you go.
Yeah, here we go. Yep. he must have listened to you. He's actually pitting right now. Well done.
Don't forget the pit limiter.
Yeah,
Don't forget the pit
hit the
limiter.
button. Hit the button.
Hit the
yes.
button.
Yeah, safe.
Button. Yeah, it looks like he's safe.
Oh,
And of course, Freddie Teo goes through to P2. Now, Freddie has basically. Now for Joey, he must be thinking, okay, so now Budiman is pitted. Do I have enough of enough pace to do a very good in lap, so that I can actually still come out ahead of Budiman? But I think with the gap that they have now, it does seem that Joey is a little bit safe. I can't say that for sure, for a fact, unfortunately, because I'm a commentator. The last we said certain things about people on as we commentate usually didn't turn out too good. But let's not
jinx it. Let's not jinx it. All right.
but yeah, I mean, I mean for Joey, he looks like he's got good grips with the car, the track. He's enjoying himself. And
well, like you mentioned earlier on, homegrown advantage.
yeah, homegrown advantage, man. It's his home race. And of course, while we are talking about Australia, we're talking about home race. There's another race going on as well in real life. So,
I know.
But yeah, I mean, no. So now Budiman's out of the pits. Look, cool tires. Look, he's just struggling a bit at the start because pitting, cool down your tires. You have to get your tires back up to temperature before you can actually push. So now it will be a very good time for Joey to think about now he's out. Do I want to pit now? Because he's got cool tires. Anyway. And Munoz is still doing a good job. I think Munoz he's got himself into a certain pattern, certain flow, like we talked about. And yeah, he looks like he's a bit more comfortable now in P6. And Bernie has replaced him in P8. It's really unfortunate for Bernie and Anthony today.
I understand. I totally feel for him.
Yeah, we do. I mean, because look, even Wilson is passing him. It's going to lap him soon. So yeah, they're really not enjoying themselves here. But yeah, it is what it is. It's racing, and if you're not enjoying yourself, then it's unfortunate. Too bad.
I know. Here we have Bernie Ronquillo currently in 8th position, and he's trying to really close up the gap between himself and Alvin Chung. He's been struggling for this round. We thought we saw something interesting at the first race, but it kind of didn't materialize for him. But yeah, I believe he'll take it in his stride. And we have here Budiman currently in 3rd position because it's Freddie Teo. Is it true that Freddie Teo is in front right now? Based on top? Yep. So I think he's able to close up the gap between himself and Freddie, but I think he's going to try push his luck as well. But a really good showing from Freddie Teo though.
Yep.
And we recall back that Freddie Teo was in Class C, right? Not too long ago, but now he's
decided that he wants to race in Class B.
And he's showing it that he is of Class B material. Well done. Lots of action also for the Class C, not too bad. From there we have like Fernando currently in 4th position, and Wilson in 5th, and Elvin in 7th. So lots of, I see a blue flag waving there. So is this where the point given the opportunity for Freddie?
Yeah, so
to overtake Anthony? Is it Anthony?
Yeah, it's Anthony.
Okay.
He has to find a way to overtake Anthony. The blue flag. Yeah, so Anthony, you can see that he's trying to slow down a bit, but there's no way. So it's really tough for the guy in front as well, because look, it's a downhill section. Where are you gonna stop?
Yeah, exactly.
You've got nowhere to stop. And it's really gonna be unfortunate if he's being contested for it, because there's really no way to let pass. And stopping on the side of the mountains,
it's too dangerous. Yeah,
it's too dangerous.
So you'll be blindsided on one side.
Correct.
But yeah. So most probably, I would say, if he still continues that gap between, the only way he can overtake him is at Forest Elbow. And here we go, clear. So does he have the speed now, the next thing?
Yeah, so you can see that now for Freddie, he has to think about pitting, because he don't forget, Budiman has pitted.
Yep.
And Budiman is hot on his heels, going to be catching up to the both of them here. And he has to think about when he's going to pit, because if he pits any later and he has Budiman behind him, that's P2 gone for him.
Yep. I saw the blue flag as well, and he's giving go. And Freddie Teo has been given the permission to overtake.
Yep, and then he goes to the pits. Look, they're listening to me, man. Come on, guys.
Hey, slow down. My goodness, where did he go?
So he just braked a bit late, because there's a little chicane going on there. Let's hope he's slow enough. Going in. Yeah, I think he's safe. So where Budiman is now, he's coming down the Conrad Straight. Going into the chase.
Right.
I think Budiman has gotten P2.
Oh.
Yeah. So if we go back to Freddie, I think Freddie stayed in the pit, still holding on. Okay, we're gonna watch this. Freddie, where are you, Freddie? Are you
All
coming
right,
out?
no,
Are you
I
coming
don't
out?
think so. You make it now. That's Murray's
coming out?
corner.
No,
he's
he's
still
not
not
coming out.
moving. He's still not moving. Can he
Yep.
make it? It's very close. I think he's gonna make a move. Oh, here
Nope.
comes Budiman. Oh yes,
Nope.
he's gone beyond that. He has gotten back his second position.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty slow for Freddie's side. I don't know what happened there.
Yep. So he's got a drive-through penalty.
Ay, ay, ay. Why? I mean, he came in too fast, I suppose.
No, I think it's also because he just speed up a bit more. I think I don't think he came in too fast. I think it's just more of speeding in the pit lane again. Of course, there's different levels of penalties given for speeding in the pit lane. And I think for Freddie, he just passed that 50 kilometer an hour. So.
Budiman is saying thank you very much as he makes that turn on turn 3 and 4 through the cutting, and he's going to search for Joey, man. Now he's going through the quarry corner, and who we have here, Joey Gutierrez,
Yeah,
the
Joey
leader
has to
of
pit
the
now.
race right now.
He has to pit now because there's only 1 minute left. He doesn't have time to pit anymore
Yep.
anywhere else because this is almost the final lap.
This is his
of
last
the race.
chance, I would say,
Yep.
down the stretch. So he's going to make that left-hand turn and pit, and he's listening to you because there he is. Joey Gutierrez, the leader of the race right now. Should he or should he not? But listen to Brian. Brian say pit. You
He has
better
to pit. Yeah, he has to pit because he has no more time to pit. And he can't pit. You know, if he crossed the finish line, and when he pits, it's just too late. He might be disqualified from the race. So he has to pit now.
Oh,
There you
yep,
go.
there you go. He
Yeah,
heard
so,
you.
So he left it very late
Yep.
to the end.
He slowed down. Lovely. Okay. There you have it. Joey Gutierrez, the leader of this
Final
country.
lap now.
A final lap, but of
Yep.
course right now he has to pit, that mandatory pit.
Yep.
So looking at Budiman. Budiman is flying right now. And where is Budiman at 43? Currently, right now, he's just passing by Conrad Straight.
No.
Okay, yep.
Joey's out. Look, Joey's moving already.
Oh, Joey is
No.
going. All right.
No.
Joey is still waiting. Oh,
Oh.
this is going to the wire.
This is
Oh my
going down to
goodness,
the
there he
wire.
makes that ending. Can he? Budiman, does he know? He better know because right now the leader is in and he's spitting. And
Oh.
there we have.
Joey's out. Joey's
Joey,
out.
oh, he's
Ah,
out.
yeah.
Oh,
He's safe. He's safe.
wow, that was close. That was close. I was getting all excited right now, you know.
I was at the edge of my seat already. I
Yeah,
was like,
about to jump and jump. That's right. Joey Gutierrez is out of the pit and he knows it. He's got this in the bag as well. What a race by Joey Gutierrez. Winning in race 1, now in race 2. What a comeback, I would say. Okay, he's going to do it. He's all the way. He must be jumping and screaming right now, singing in his heart with a beer in his hand. No, he's joking. Home ground advantage. Excellent, excellent. There we have it. Okay, we have it. Joey Gutierrez, followed by Budiman in second, and Freddie Teo in third, Fernando in fourth, Wilson in fifth, Munoz in sixth, Alvin Chung in seventh, and Bernie Ronquillo in eighth. That was close. I thought it was going to go in that one of the exciting races where, you know, when you're pitting and something goes wrong and you can see your first position flash right past you.
But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it's,
Here we go. Joey Gutierrez taking his last lap down the dipper. I think he knows that he just has to be careful right now, zigzagging in and out. Oh, look at that. Joey Gutierrez. What a race he had. And now we have Anthony Munoz who's going to close up the gap. And whether Anthony will make way for him. All right. Here they see you, buddy. Here we go. Down Conrad Straight. No worries, mate. Just go for it. Nice view from the back of the Joey Gutierrez as he makes his way down, flying down Conrad Straight, knowing that the checkered flag awaits him at the end, making that turn 2021 right now. And we have Joey Gutierrez. He did the brakes right now, down to brake 2 as he make that left-hand, right-hand turn. And of course, he's making that charge down towards Murray's corner. Murray's corner down the stretch. He's waving, I can feel it. Waving to the crowd right now. It is his for the taking. He can afford to slow down too. Here we go.
there's a
down the
yellow,
main.
There's a double yellow going on somewhere.
Yeah,
Come on.
The leader has finished the race.
Yeehaw! And the winner for race 2 is Joey Gutierrez.
If I'm not wrong,
Uh-huh.
that was Bernie Ronquillo. But
Really?
But I tell you what Bernie just did. Bernie basically slowed down to allow Joey to pass. So
Uh-huh.
when he crosses the finish line, he doesn't have to go one more lap. That's a very smart thing to do.
Hey.
It is a very smart thing to do.
Yeah, Freddie Teo in
yeah.
third.
Yeah, so that was a very calculated move, you know.
And,
but you know, because I mean, Joey was that close, and if you have to go one more lap, he might not have enough fuel. He might not have enough tires.
Embarrassing.
You know,
I know.
Yeah. There you go. Bernie has crossed the finish line. So that was actually Bernie crossing the finish line there.
Yes, you have it here. Joey Gutierrez in first position, followed by Budiman, Francis Teo, Fernando, Wilson Munoz, Alvin Chung, and Bernie Ronquillo. A good fine performance by the boys from Class C, taking 4th and 5th and 7th position. Not too bad.
Yep.
And here we have Fernando, the leader of Class C, is going to the checkered line as well. And here we have Wilson close behind him as well. Good job, guys. Excellent performance from them. Not easy. And here we have Alvin Chung seems to be struggling. Hopefully not much of an issue right now.
It's done. Yeah, they're all done. Yeah.
All right. Excellent, man. Wow, that was one hell of a race, really.
That was amazing.
That last bit was really exciting. I was just hoping, just for me's sake, hoping that Budiman was able to close that gap between himself and Joey. But of course, Joey knows he's planned it out. And that's why he waited to the very last moment to pit, because he had that very safe gap. So here we have it right now. The overall, Joey Gutierrez in first position, Budiman in second, Francis Teo in third, Fernando in fourth, Wilson fifth, Munoz in sixth, Alvin Chung 7, and Bernie Ronquillo in 8.
And Wilson got the fastest lap.
Woo-wee.
That was a very good last lap effort from Wilson. But of course, I think, like you said, it was a good showing from the Class C guys, finishing, I think, 4th, 5th, and 7th, and a very good showing for Brendan. I mean, for Brendan, he was like a dark horse that we didn't see coming. He basically just kept his cool, kept going. And once, all the people who around him who made those mistakes, he kept that 4th position, and he kept that from, I think, almost the halfway mark all the way to the end. So really, really good showing from him. Of course, Wilson was a bit unfortunate because he was fighting up in P2, P3, P4, and unfortunately, that was he ended up in P5.
That's right. And also, it's a struggling time for Bernie Ronquillo. I mean, initially when he started off, it felt like he had a fair chance, but things just got out of hand a little bit, and whatever the reason. But some days it's for you, some days it's not.
Yep.
But I think it was a really exciting one, and really congratulations to Joey Gutierrez for amazing showing for this round. First place for race 1 and race 2, and that will take his points up really. And wow, I think he could go to sleep peacefully and having his beer at the same time.
Hold my beer, right? So
that's right, hold my beer.
Yeah.
All right, we've come to the end of round 2 of the AES Lite Series. What a race it was. I think you agree with us, it was really exciting, and for you as well. Now, but do remember to join us for round 3, as we will be heading to Brands Hatch Circuit. Now, registration period starts on the 15th of April and closes on the 20th of April. So don't forget to mark the date on your calendar. Now, before we sign off, we would like to thank all our sponsors: Penride, The Brake Shop, K&N, Motivation Accessories, and MSS Motorsport Singapore for sanctioning our race. Well, we've come to the end of the show. In the meantime, for our participants, keep practicing, and we will see you on the 24th of April for round 3 of the Asian Endurance Series at Brands Hatch Circuit. So, see you at the racetrack. Stay safe, healthy. Bye for now.